All right, we have done the momentum tour for the most part. I didn't bother doing momentum on Elderlicht. I think that it pairs well with Elderlicht, but momentum has some challenges as a broad rule of thumb. So we're going to do more of a regular old thing. I think last time we ran Elderlicht, we did a very hero build heavy type of thing. And I think this time we're gonna bring in Engineer and Siege just to alleviate things a little, which means we're probably going corpse pile strats, is my suspicion. Since Elderlicht is so long, there's some temptation to grab housing. We already have accuracy. So you could grab housing, but the number of corpses kind of caps out at a point where it's not that terribly useful. The other option is we could grab... I do like leapfrog, so maybe we go leapfrog and celerity like we had on there before. Something like this. Yeah, I just think I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into all momentum heroes in Lustrous, because I think we're just going to get some. Hey, Alex, welcome. Yeah, let's go with this. I think this is a pretty standard build. So we got Celerity, Leaps, Engineer, Siege, Advanced Training, Dexterity, and we'll be kind of letting the fog creep in, as it were. At some point, I do want to do one thing I'm actually curious about. Unfortunately, I don't think it says it here. Let me check here. Clear skies. Yeah, the closest point the mist can be is farther from the haven. I don't know exactly how far this is. I think it ruins one of the nice things about the minimum range of the mist, which is that it limits where the mist sensors that can light are. We're gonna go with our standard Apocalypse 3, give us the pain of mist sensors without the burden of extra material cost. I mean, it very well might. Let's get this going. Let's see what we have for friends today. Who will be joining us on this quest? All right, we got a spear, a rifle, and a scepter, which is not the worst. Oh, Patrick has one of the most majestic bowl cuts the world has ever seen. Let's see. Patrick is a squire, methodical, and discreet. Squire means we got some extra damage. Methodical is not bad. And discreet is not bad. Okay, so I don't mind what Patrick is working on. I actually like this Fey amulet. I'll probably shift it around just to help someone else out. But then what are you rocking here? What the heck? He's like the perfect momentum hero. He's got coagulation, bodybuilder, organic armor, relentless inertia, boom. That's just like, that's all the things. I don't love Blood Mage in this context, I don't think. And actually, I guess there's no value in coagulation if we're not taking Blood Mage, which frees us up to take sprint. I think we would go defensive training. Let's see, we need a second one in this row or below. Probably first blood. Could just be avid learner though. Get those level ups. Has proximity shot too, but we're definitely going for like a melee damage build. Because we have big game. And then probably legendary assassin here. And then we have one more to spend. No, actually we don't, right? 1, 3, these count as 2, 2, 2, 2, yeah. All right, so that's Patrick. So Patrick is going to be a momentum hero. I'm going to say MH for momentum and health, but... So, we'll come back to him. We could also just go Blood Mage. No, we don't have Vampirism. I don't like not going Blood Mage without Vampirism. So next up we have Noella. Noella is a dancer who is muscular and has one less bag slot. I don't care too much about the bag slot. And for perks, we have a defensive perk again. This time, she falls short on momentum, which is fine. We already have momentum. I like mana growth magic fuel here. Defensive training is fine. What's the build here, though? It could be a stun build, but then we don't go mana growth magic fuel necessarily, at least not early, right? So if it's a stun build, we go stunning, contamination, defensive training, runic gift, longer arms, but then largely we don't care too much about bully. Like bully's fine, but it's not great. So we could go back if we wanted to at this point, grab mana growth magic fuel, and then pick up big game hunter, sheer power, and fortress master. Did we take fortress master back here? We didn't. Maybe we skip. Well, we could take fortress master. I feel like on a... Nah, we take hex. Yeah, that looks pretty good. This is a weird build, to be sure, for Noella. She's going to be a stun mana hero, because mana will be informing her damage modifier quite a bit. But she's interesting. And then we got the pancake with the Jennifer Aniston haircut. Traitor, elf, blood, and snotty. We get the defensive training again. We have volatile. I haven't done a poison build in who knows how long. So we're gonna do a bees build. I don't like doing bees builds though without bees builds with epidemic. I guess they're still quite good. So we'll do it. It's probably just mana growth, and then I think you can safely take nimbleness because we don't care about any of the other stuff. Runic gift is good. Third Eye isn't bad here, or Lone Wolf. Either of those are passable. Then we'll take Big Game, and it's so strange. I've gotten to the point where I prefer poison builds to have contamination if they're not going multi-hit. Do we have any reason to think that we would be a good candidate for a multi-hit, like dagger poison build here? We have volatile, which I wanted to take advantage of. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to our standard poison build for pancake. Did I get everything set? No, I have one more. Probably will be fortress master in this case. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay. All right, I think we're good to go. Where, oh, where are we fighting? I think we'll put ourselves, I mean, we do have runners, so in a weird way, being a little closer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you might take a hit, so we'll move you back 1. Might rename him Pancake, as opposed to Pancratius. How about, Pancakeus? How does that sound? All right. Let's do the thing. That's an awkward place for that to light up. Majestic. Noble. Noble indeed. Let's see. So I think I am gonna let them come in and allow some panic to form. Always a wise move. We're gonna have a hard time with you. How durable are you? Probably durable enough to... Probably durable enough to soak here. We just have the 2 torches, right? Yeah, we just have the 2 torches. Alright. We're playing it slightly risky. But we did pick up Leapfrog. I really wish that they gave you a production phase before every area, like you get before Glintfine, but that's okay. All right. So I'm going to bring you over here. Just going to soften that guy up a little more. That would make night 1 easier. I don't know that I fully agree. Like, I kind of feel like... Yeah, I don't know that it would make it a lot easier. It would just give you the ability to make some, like, to be clear, I'm illustrious. I'm not saying you should get any money on night 1. So I'm not, like, Glintfine gives you like a huge amount of materials and gold. I'm not saying that, but an opportunity to like destroy structures that you don't want and kind of like modify your town. That's all I'm asking for. So I don't hold the night 1 challenge in that much reverence, I guess. Like, night 1 to me isn't like this, why can't I shoot you? What's blocking you? That? Well, that's a little annoying. I have 2 movements, so I can jump back over this way. And this way I can start putting some damage in there. I don't like that we're losing an AP to this Accursed, but it is double wounded, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm putting 1 on each of them to give them each a bit of resilience. Yeah, I like the idea of being able to control the game a little bit from the start. It feels a little sad not to have that opportunity. All right, let's see. So, you should have known. Let's see. Someone has to come over here and get this guy. Let's toss out the scepter hit. See who it deals with. You should have been working on Kindled, I think. Oh, that's very, very unfortunate. Because I'm thinking about doing this. All right, that did decent work. Whoops, didn't mean I'm. Wait, what just? Oh yeah, there we go. Do you have 1 left, but you can't reach anybody now? All right. Gosh, the breakpoints have been brutal this game. We've had so many enemies that we've left on like 1 health, but I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm gonna move here to block our store from getting hit. Yeah, the kindled are giving us a bit of heartburn here. Let's see, do that. Okay. Did we only get 2 accursed this run? I feel like normally you get more than that. Hey, Zakar, how goes it? Happy Wednesday-ish? Wednesday adjacent day? Let's see, so I can move to here. I think this is the play though, for sure. Let's see what this leaves for rubble after after the dust settles. Great weather finally. Yeah, the weather has been really good over here, and then it kind of fell apart when the world started being on fire. I'm not sure what the health bars blocking is really frustrating. Okay, so it's a question mark. Still a question mark? Is it giving me? All right, I'll roll the dice on it that way. Don't really like doing that if we're not going to get the kill. Now, the main target that I should be focusing on with our scepter wielder is taking out as many of these as I can. The kindled, because they are they're not going to die by any other means. Now let's see, you. If I move you to here. Now right now I'm spending a fairly large amount of mana, somewhat questionably. Oh, I hate that those are question marks in their current form. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't have one more hip shot. It's gonna ruin my fun. All right, we'll take the. I could run up and do that, but we'll take the hit here to try and protect that. You can't move. You can't move. All right. I'm feeling decent about this first night. I think we're doing a pretty okay job. Our armor did not quite hold up. Blockers to our own advantage. I mean, I love the idea. It seems hard, though, for sure. Oh, that could propagate onto you. Whoops. That was a mistake. Spending mana a little aggressively here, but if we can preserve a bit of our that's already almost a kill, so if we do that, that's double kill. If we can at least preserve a little bit of our rating, I think that's probably worth. The starting weapons that we got were a challenging set, to be sure. This guy still hasn't come in, which is interesting. How far are you moving? I could just slow these guys down, but with 4 movement, this is -3. Actually, that does. It doesn't help with the panic, but the hip shots plus that without extra energy is just really hard to make work. So the panic is starting to overflow, but I think we're doing a good job. We've softened up the accursed, and now this turn we get to kill them inside the base, which will be very good from a corpse pile's perspective. If we lose the scavenger, I don't mind. That's going to be okay. Losing an energy on Pancakeus is a bummer. None of these weapons are the kinds of weapons that I'm excited to be starting out with on night 1, for sure. But we don't really care. We're going to destroy the seer anyways, so it's like, it's kind of not a big deal. Oh, I didn't get you. We'll get you later. There we go. Make sure they're taken care of. Hey, Zwerg, what's the good word? Now I could slow down if I wanted to, but I don't think I care that much. I think if I can take someone out and then come block our store, that's probably just fine. Yeah, with our current AP levels, it's definitely a little rough. So we're gonna max out Panic, but the trade is worth it. Have our momentum hero clean up the kindled, because someone has to. And I think I'm just gonna be moving left to right here. Maybe not, actually. The circle is slightly exposed. So we have to... Who's still making it in? You're still making it in? This whole group here might be a good candidate for suppressive fire to just buy us some time. But I could also just probably take this guy out. That protects the circle, which is probably all we care about. So you get 20 dodge from that, you get 10 dodge from this. Hopefully that's enough dodge. Do we want to spend this right now? I was talking to someone in the comments about why I think super spin is trash. And this is like a really good example from my perspective. So love the rifle. So what's your go-to rifle build, Zay? Like if you could have any build with the rifle, are you doing like a sadist opportunism build? Is that your go-to? Let's check kills really quickly here while you answer that question. So let's see. We got 27 kills, 39 kills, 18 kills for the rifle. Nothing about that surprises me. I actually kind of wanted that to grievously injure rather than kill, as strange as that sounds. To give more targets for our rifle. Like if we can soften a lot of folks up, I'm not opposed to leaving them around since we're already at max panic. We can let these guys chew on this. Like the ruins we're going to destroy anyways. Isolation, eliminate the largest targets with high crit chance paired with longbow. So your ideal set of perk trees, you're gonna want the like assassination tree, and then what? You don't even care about the second one? Don't worry. I'm not the questioning type. I think that there is a lot to learn, Zay. You know, that's my perspective. There's a lot to learn from how everyone plays this game. So I like to hear what works for other people. So let's see, we got 2 left. The seer is going to be taking some hits to guarantee our happy ending. And then actually I guess so if we move here and do that, it's unlikely to get any kills. I can just armor up. I'm really going to town on this idea of feeding kills to this guy here was about to go chomp on our circle, so we'll get 1 more. But let's see. Let's check kills again here. We now have 30 on you, 41 on the spear, yeah, and 27. So we're gonna give 3 to the rifle. And then now the rifle is tied with our momentum hero. So our momentum hero, I think, can take these last 2. All right. And then we can clear cut the place. But we did a good job. We maximized corpses. And everybody gets level 3, which is about all we could hope for. We were really severely imbalanced before that. Second tree tends not to matter. Maybe defensive training to compensate for lack of hills. Yeah, I could see that. All right, so we have 2 workers. We're going to want to build some more houses. We're definitely getting rid of the seer. Who needs a seer, right? The scavenger camp we don't have to get rid of it right now, but it is going. It's on the way out. So we get to 4, and then 1 of those, 2 of those. And then these 2 are the best placed, so I'm going to upgrade these 2 to get the 3rd one of those. Because I want to move this house. And I may just do it now. Yeah, let's do it now. Strike while the iron is hot. Because then we could... I don't know that we want to go any harder on workers right now. We could grab 2 more just for some gear, but let's do some level ups. So you're momentum and health. So you can potentially get bodybuilder, but you won't get bodybuilder this time. So every 10 max health above 100, you gain 1%. So if we picked up this is 50. So this is 5% damage. This is 10% damage. So I think I like going damage here rather than picking up health right now. I think we'll get a lot of health on the way. And how many people did we have with defensive training? All 3 have defensive training. So I think we're going to be trying to lean on ballistas pretty heavily. It's the power fantasy of wanting a sniper. I totally get that. It's so funny. Like there's certain builds that just like really appeal to me as well. Like I've always really liked rogues. That's kind of come through in my Baldur's Gate playthrough. Is although Asterion has not been the strongest hero for me, I just really like being able to sneak up on people and stab them in the back. Not that I do that in real life, to be clear, but in video games, it's very enjoyable. We get rid of that. We probably could have left it for 1 turn if we wanted to. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Get rid of you. We will always have better things to do with our people. In fact, let's just do our demolition now while we can. There's an argument to be made for leaving these just until we get the deal with the surround turn, but we don't need it because we're going to have plenty of ballistas to handle things. Corpses will also go. But I haven't decided. We may be grabbing some more. I think we're probably going to go second weapons on everyone. All right, so back to this. I think we're grabbing that, and we're going to grab defensive training. We're going to do defensive training on everyone. And then you are a momentum hero and a health hero, but we're going to grab just some flat damage. Yeah, and then because we're not picking up Blood Mage, the health regen doesn't transfer over. So we don't like armor in this case. I think I want to do a roll here. I'll take the momentum even though it's a little lacking. Ooh, big XP. I think that serves us really well early on. And then I'll take another big damage bump. That was not a bad pair of level ups. You're stunning. You're stunning. All right. Better grumble, grumble. So this is going to be Power Staff Hammer is our plan. And I think we start out with Stunner and defensive training. Not getting contamination hurts a little bit. We definitely take a blue opportunism when it presents itself. And the secondaries are more important than the primaries on this hero. So we'll grab that. The accuracy is tempting too, but I think the movement is going to be really good here. And then we'll take the big damage. And then Pancake here. Pancake, we want to go bees. Which means all we do is roll looking for poison damage. I'll take the XP gain. And I'll take the poison. That poison was not the poison we were looking for by any stretch of the imagination. Take some accuracy, that's fine, and then take some damage. That was probably the worst of our rolls. But we'll grab those two. All right, and we're only getting it from that side. We do need second weapons, and in some cases first weapons. So we'll take a look in the shop, see what is on offer. Pretty much all of this is not what I'm looking for. The Mithril hand crossbow for a poison hero isn't terrible because it has the propagation bounces on it, so that's nice. So if we pick up some bees, it's pretty good, but I think we probably... Well, we probably take the silver sword because we're going for a bodybuilder momentum hero. So I think that means... What is our... I think it's probably spear... single-handed sword? Gosh, I really don't like... the melee momentum weapons. Like, sword is good, obviously. We should be taking longer reach. I think I'll drop Avid Learner for longer reach. Like, I almost prefer proximity shot. Like, I think proximity shot might perform better than bodybuilder and organic armor combined if I'm not going blood mage. Because instead of that, we could go proximity shot and flexibility. Well, that doesn't quite work. We can't quite do that. Because we would need to pick up a second one on this tier. We could skip Relentless, though. Well, we can't skip Relentless because we need 2 in that row. Just kidding. But yeah, we can get a lot of total damage. And I don't think we've taken anything to date that means that we're better off going that direction. Because I think Pistol Scepter is just a stronger momentum build. And the question is Legendary Assassin better or is Flexibility better? And I think Flexibility is better, actually. All right, so we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot Patrick into a point blank. multi-hit point blank shot, because I think that's gonna serve us better in the long term. I think it's just more flexible. Pick up the pistol for him. And I want to do a reroll here, I think. We could take the sword, but we already have a scepter, so that's fine. The lack of weapons. No power staffs, no. Okay, so let's see. So we give you that. We take this off. We put this here. So you are at least in the right space. Pancake needs that, but the shop is not being very kind to us right now. The silver hand crossbow could be... This lasts for a long time, but 65% healing is like pretty wasted itemization. So for Pancakeus here. Yeah, with the poison tree, like lightning doesn't make a lot of sense. It's very expensive, not great. Okay, we're gonna sell some gear, I think. Some of this trash that's not really moving the needle for us. I'll leave those though. Because I think I'm actually going to reroll one more time, which is a painful thing to say, but we've kind of struck out. I'm looking for a power staff, a sledgehammer, a bees. Oh, the game is just really not liking it. I'm going to take the warp crystal. We get the sledge. So let's see. Pancake, you can take that. For now, Patrick can take that. You have a ton of movement. I don't mind rifle paired with bees staff, but we do need to see one before I can buy it. This is my favorite offhand to go with that. With a druid staff is an Archmaester's orb, but I'm gonna 35, can't afford it. We like the rogue pants. What can we give? I guess we can still take the orb. This orb just isn't great. And it's a little expensive. Crossbow might be passable. Just take a crossbow. Oh, and I put the sledge on the wrong hero. We're still holding off on a power staff, which from my perspective is the more important aspect of that build. But this will certainly get the job done, especially since our goal is to make sure that we are letting the crossbows get most of the kill because we get credit across 3 heroes. Oh man, that seasoned operator miss was a little bit of a bummer. Now, we want to get our folks out here a bit. I guess we'll just do that. Yeah, we have a lot of movement, so I'm not super concerned about it. We can get to the sides pretty easily. Oh, I don't shrink that down very often. Maybe I should. I hate the way these bars extend out. That's a weird visual glitch. I guess not a lot of people shrink those down, but we certainly know what those buttons do at this point. All right, we built our ballistas. I think we've done what we can do. Power staff and sledge is so good that I want to hate using it. It really is quite good. All right, night number 2.